You know that TikTok where the girl is like, hey, do you want to start a fight with your significant other today? Because I have the exact hypothetical question that you need to ask them. I have exactly that for you today. There is a new viral test in China, and you go to your significant other. This works best if that significant other is a man. I'm sorry, I said it. Anyway, this is the picture that you show them. I've already shown my husband this. You show them this picture and you say, hey, look at this picture and guess their relationship dynamic of these two women. If you guys are listening to the audio version, let me describe it to you. It's a picture of two Chinese women inside of an elevator. And one of the women is older, maybe like 40s. She is not the male-centric view of beauty, but I think she's beautiful. She's a little bit older. She's wearing a suit. She's wearing a tie. She's got a short haircut that men absolutely fucking hate. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, men love it when you tie your hair and you got antennas. Men love it when you have like mid-length hair, maybe a bob, but her hair is near her ear. She's got it like that. It's kind of like a bowl cut. It's a bowl shape. It's not even really a bob. The other woman, she's wearing a skin-tight gray outfit. She looks very young, conventionally more attractive, if you will. She looks very young. She's got long curly hair. And most of these guys will guess, okay, I think that's a bank manager and a rich woman going to a safety deposit box. Very descriptive. It's like a porn video setup, okay? Okay, and then the next one is like, no, I think that's the mother and the daughter. Another person says, absolutely a grandmother and a granddaughter. They don't understand how age works because movies have ruined us. Did you know there's a bunch of movies where there is a mother and she's got a kid that's 20 years old and the mother, that's the actress portraying the mother, is like 30 years old. And you're like, wait, what the fuck is going on right now? People are like grandmother, granddaughter. Another one gets more unique. Bodyguard, celebrity. And then you tell them, no, it's a wife and a mistress. And then they go, huh?
Makes sense.
That's what they say. They say, it makes sense. And then you go, which one is the mistress? This is where the fight happens. Of course, they pick the woman in the gray outfit as the mistress, but they would be fucking wrong. It's the wife. The one in the gray outfit is the wife. And it becomes discourse of mistresses and wives. Because also, why do you just assume that the mistress is younger and more conventionally attractive? Do you think that only young, pretty women deserve love? Do you think that the husband chose to have a younger, prettier mistress because his wife is not conventionally attractive anymore? Oh, and then it started stirring up a whole conversation in China about mistresses. And they say, you know, it's so dumb when wives and mistresses fight over dumb men. It's like the wife is a piece of steak fillet or a piece of steak. Then the mistress is a piece of fish fillet. And it's like the two of them are asking the sharp knife, which one is more delicious, but they're still both on the chopping block.
Oof.
It doesn't matter. You're going to get chopped up by that idiot.
So the context of that photo is actually from a TV show, Chinese drama. And someone screenshotted it and started asking their husband, like, hey, tell me who do you see in this photo? So it became like a social debate, like a little online conversation.
Yes. And then it made me also believe I need to rethink my thoughts because I answered exactly like a man would. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? So even in the drama, the mom finds out that her son is having an affair with his boss, which is the older woman in the photo. And the woman in the gray, the young woman, is his wife. And the mom says in the drama, I guess my son is starving. He'll eat anything. So I'm just saying we all have to rethink a lot. But today's episode, you're going to be rethinking a lot more than that. But you guys know that I love Raycon. It's been a multi-year long affair that I have. It's not what it looks like. I'm just in bed with my Raycons. Raycon keeps coming with the surprises. Back to back to back. I mean, they continue to surprise with their new features while keeping their prices accessible. This is the only affair that you want to have in life. Raycon's everyday earbuds, first of all, are for every day. Why does this sound... I'm sorry. Not only do they have the easy touch features where you can just tap tap to control your audio, but they also have sound profiles, and you can also reject calls. Reject your call. What's the difference between no, sorry, I have a wife, and I have a wife?
What are you sorry about?
Exactly. Okay, you reject that call. Back to the sound profiles. You can either use pure sound, balanced sound, or bass sound. Pure sound is like the best for listening to podcasts, audiobooks. And with Raycon's Everyday Earbud Active Noise Cancellation, they make the perfect earbuds for silent ravers if you're like a raver, okay? I had no idea that was a thing, but everyone wears their own earbuds, listens to their own music, and dances together in silence. And you just hear sneakers when you go there. Raycon's Everyday Earbuds now come in carbon black, royal blue, lavender, which is beautiful, forest green, and they're built to withstand the occasional, like if you accidentally put them in your pocket, you run them through the washer, you should be fine because I've done that before. Do I advise that? Probably not, but it was perfectly fine. Their protective capsule cases are compatible for wireless charging, and you don't even have to take it off. Raycon has so many new updated features to their everyday earbuds that I can't even begin to name all of them. You can connect to 2 devices at once. They have 32-hour battery life, active noise cancellation, quick charge function where 10 minutes of charge time is like 90 minutes of battery life. They have cute colors and more. You just have to go look for yourself. Go to buyraycon.com/bis to save big for the holidays and get up to 25% off site-wide. That's right. You'll get 25% off everything on Raycon's website when you go to buyraycon.com/bis. That's BISS. And thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring today's video. And let's get into it. Have you ever had an outfit that is so fucking fire that you must wear it on repeat until everyone in the existence of the world understands how boobalicious you look in that outfit? There's an easy way to do it. You go to China. Okay, that does not sound easy. You travel all the way across the world to China and you find these specific streets. There's specific areas, like in Chengdu, there's a huge area, and you will see a line of photographers, paparazzi, outside these huge shopping malls. And it's not for celebrities. It's for everyday people like us. You walk out the mall and you have 90 seconds run time. You are on a runway and you're supposed to make it your bitch. You walk in whatever you are wearing, and if the cameras are following you, just know that you are about to be doing famous. You're about to be TikTok famous if they don't ban TikTok. Every single person I've ever seen in these Chinese streetwear fashion videos, they are taller than LeBron James. I don't know what's going on. Every Chinese person I've met in real life, they're okay height. They're average height. Every single Chinese person I see on the internet, 7 feet tall. I don't know where you guys are manufacturing these tall people because it's ridiculous. You're taller than every NBA player in existence. Then they do slow-mo. They add music, and the streetwear is insane. I don't even think half of these people actually wear those clothes out. Actually, I heard that a lot of influencers will put on their best fits, go there so that they can get TikTok famous, and then be like, hey, so my handle is this in the comments. And that was just me on like a casual Tuesday browsing around the mall. But you should see what I look like on Saturdays. Yeah, that's what they do apparently. Also, lots of couples get big too because couples tend to dress like each other or have similar style.
Couple fits.
Oh yeah, couple fits are huge. And when you see 2 of them walking together in slow-mo with like a Kendrick Lamar song in the background, there is this itch. There's a part of your brain that just gets scratched. I don't know how to explain it. I know most of them are staged, but I'm obsessed with them. But sometimes they're not staged. Sometimes they're not. And this is a growing trend of you should never really do anything in public because everyone is recording everybody. June 7th, 2023. The street is packed in Taiguli.
Taiguli?
Huh?
I think I said it exactly the way you said it. So
No, you said it so
really?
good. One more time.
Think Taiguli.
Taiguli.
Exactly. It's a street known for high fashion. TikTok people are trying to get that fashion content. They need to find people who have the vibe. So it's in the incentive of everybody walking that street to look fire. So you go viral. It's in the incentive of all the photographers to capture these people looking good so that they go viral. It's almost its own ecosystem, they say.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who hate it, but also there's a lot of people that are like, then don't go to the area if you hate it. It's like a whole thing. I don't know. You decide how you feel about it. Then they spot her. The photographers are lined up one hot summer day and they see this woman. She's wearing a pink spaghetti strap dress. Honestly, I think it's just not a spaghetti strap dress, but she put in like the clear hanger straps. Okay, she's wearing the straps. And it fits her body like a glove. When you slow down the video, I feel like you can see her left gluteus muscle bounce up around, and then her right gluteus muscle bouncing around. They're going in different directions.
Wait, are we seeing the same video? Because I don't think...
No, they like slowed it down and her butt be jiggling.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh. Her hair is to her collarbone. It's perfectly blown out. Elegant earrings. She has a very interesting aura about her. I wouldn't even say she is like the hottest person I've ever seen. I wouldn't even say that's the prettiest dress I've ever seen. But her aura, it's like she's very sexy, but in an elegant way. It's not overly sexy where I'm like, oh my God, you're so hot. It's like, it's kind of weird. I'm confused. It's like gracefully sexy. Maybe it's the $6,000 Dior bag she's got that's inspired by Lady Diana, Princess Diana. We'll get to that later. You'll see why I say that later. But anyway, everybody's watching her. The TikTokers are recording her. Passerbys are turning their head. Girlfriends are yanking their boyfriends. There is no denying that she looks good. But I digress. She's not alone. Okay, they thought she was. She's just walking out. And then all of a sudden, outside, she reaches for a hand in front of her to grab someone's hand. I mean, who is this man? This could be the perfect couple video. Maybe it's the ultimate. Maybe he's the contrast. Maybe he's head to toe decked out streetwear. Maybe he's doing Chinese streetwear, where it's like a old traditional Chinese clothing mixed with streetwear modernized. Maybe three-piece suit man, Brooks Brothers, Ralph Lauren. Who the fuck is this man? No. Old skinny dude dressed up like your accountant. I don't know how. Pink polo shirt, beige trousers, black belt. This is like when my dad is trying to be festive. Yeah. This is like what he'd wear on his first date. They're divorced. Okay. Yeah. This is the vibe. He's wearing frameless glasses, you know, the clear ones. Math teacher. They're like almost 30 years apart. At least that's what it looks like. They're actually 26 years apart, so close enough. He is most definitely old enough to be her dad, and it's fascinating. She reaches, grabs his hand. It's a 10-finger grip that they got on each other. Gorilla grip. Interlocked like this. They're not going anywhere. It's crazy. They're like Velcro. They're in love. They look like they're in love. I mean, they got all the romantic vibes, and this goes viral, mainly for the fact that it's fascinating when you see the two of them together. Sugar daddy, sugar baby in real life, or does love not know age? Because they seem very happy with each other. It doesn't even seem weird. You decide. So it hits level 1 virality. Just fascinating to look at. The video is just intriguing to look at. It's scratching something in my brain. Then it starts hitting level 2 virality, which is, wait guys, there's a story behind these people. I actually know these people. The story being, the old man, the old guy, he's not just some random rich guy with a beautiful hot young girlfriend. That guy is the CEO of a huge oil company that's pretty much like a government-run business, and he has a position in the government, like a high-up position in the government. He's a big fucking deal. Let's call him who? Who? Who is he?
Who is he?
Who?
He is who?
So poetic. Okay. And that's not whose wife. Who is married?
Who is married?
And that's not whose wife. So who the hell is she?
Yo. You would give him a different name?
Okay, what should we call him? Who daddy?
Who daddy, yeah.
Who daddy, okay. Then one netizen, completely unrelated to any of these people.
Okay.
A random netizen posts a screenshot of a text message from his friend. Where he's like, wait, guys, you know that viral TikTok that we're all obsessed with right now? My friend knows these people. The text message reads, my mom just told me some crazy drama. The dude from her company, the CEO of her company, went on a business trip to Chengdu with his mistress. And a street TikToker recorded it for street fashion. Now get this. The dude, his wife, and the mistress all work at the same company my mom works at. Now the whole company is online, ready to eat melons.
Eat melon.
Eat melon. Okay, which side note? Eating melon means like, you know when someone is telling you like gossip?
It's like drinking tea.
Yeah, it's like sipping tea, but in China they eat melon. They're just eating melon like, oh my God, that's crazy. Then you eat another watermelon and you're like, tell me more, what happened then? And you're just fucking eating melon. Within half a day, not even really, the video goes viral. That's all everyone can talk about. And people want to know, who's the girl wearing the pink dress in the video? The pink dress wearing woman. She is Everyone finds her social media profiles first. She's an employee of the huge oil company that he's the CEO of, which everyone starts nicknaming her the oil sister. But her name is Grace, and her social media is talking about how much she loves cheap house and vintage dresses. And people soon find out that she has a master's degree in Versailles literature.
Versailles literature? What is that?
The term was coined from a Japanese manga, The Rose of Versailles. It shows Marie Antoinette in Japan, I think. And in the manga, she would say things like, okay, you tell me what you think Versailles literature is. Like literature from France?
Sure.
No, this is Versailles literature. Many people say that they like my smile. And my presence is like a ray of sunshine that shines through their lives. It can really bring them happiness. And if I can do that, that is the greatest honor of my life. Okay, continue. I don't know why everyone speaks to me in English every time that they see me. Do I look like a foreigner?
What?
Last year, I was going through such a tough time, and I just really wanted to cry. I called my husband, and I said, I want to cry, and he said, go ahead and cry. And I said, but I don't want to cry all alone in my big mansion. It was too miserable. I wanted to go to the Victoria Harbor and cry. He said, okay. And he booked the earliest flight available. And that evening, we arrived in Hong Kong. The night of the Victoria Harbor was dazzling and warm. He hugged me from behind. And I had never cried so freely before. And in that moment, I vowed that we would continue making tons of money so that we can go cry in Paris, in New York, in London. That is Versailles literature, okay? It's like bragging, but annoying.
Oh.
Instead of going, my husband bought me a Lamborghini. He's richer than your husband. Instead of doing that, you go, my husband went to the store and bought a Lamborghini. He's so old and out with the times, he doesn't even know that Ferraris are the newest thing. But just so I can make him feel better, I'll keep driving this one.
I think you're talking about like 凡尔赛, right?
Yes. Versailles literature.
Like it's like humble bragging.
So annoying.
But in a very like complaining way.
Yes.
It's like very punchable.
Yes. Okay, it's this. My friend just asked me what I'm giving my husband for our 9th wedding anniversary. She asked me if I'm gifting him a suit or maybe some sort of new tech product. And I said, I'm going to gift him a house. She was so shocked. And I told her, oh, it's just a small, like 1,500 square foot ski resort apartment on the slopes. It only costs around like $100,000. The complex has a cable car that goes directly to the ski slopes, but you can use it for like a summer retreat. It's not something you would actually want to live in long term. It's like a seasonal thing, you know? So that's what I'm giving him.
It's like the energy of like, I didn't even study.
Yes, I didn't even study.
Oh.
Yeah, so they say the 3 components to all of this is self-deprecation, but it's actually a good thing. It's like, I'm like such a perfectionist that everything I do is fucking perfect. And it just like makes it really hard for anybody else to keep up with me. And then commenting on your own posts to create the illusion that people care. Because if nobody cares, that's embarrassing, right? And then casually amplifying the praise that you receive. People will say, no, you're so beautiful. And like your husband is just looking out for you. He thought you wanted the Lamborghini. And you comment, I know he has a good heart. So silly. I think Ferraris are better. You got to do that. Everybody hates it because you might as well just flex. Just flex. Do it. It's fine. People say this is how you deal with people like that. You don't say, oh my God, you got a 98? That's crazy. Nobody else gets 98s. Did you even study? You didn't even study? Your dad is so mean. Tell him that nobody else gets 98s like you. You're very smart. In reality, you should just go, oh my God, A 98? Yeah, that's pretty bad. You should try to hide it from him so that you don't have to feel the shame. Yeah, they said that's how you deal with people like this, okay? So then the woman in the pink dress, oil sister, she's a woman like this, okay? She's got a master PhD graduate degree of Versailles literature. She writes, I've come to understand why others envy me.
That is crazy statement. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's actually genuinely, that's not even
crazy.
Versailles literature.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
she's a master.
She says, everything I have seems effortless. Starting where others end their struggles.
Imagine like, hey, nice to meet you. I know why you're jealous of me. Like,
how would you respond to that? Just, wait, what? Like, how do you respond to people like that?
Didn't you say you have to go along with it?
Yeah.
Like, you're right.
No, you have to go the other way.
Oh, you have to go the other way?
Yeah, you got to be like, I'm so confused. I think you should just say, I'm so confused because there's no way. You're going to go, you're right, I am jealous of you.
What did she say? I finally understood why people are jealous of me.
Yeah. Oh, you just Versailles literature harder. You go, I am so jealous of you. You get 98s and your dad gets upset and disappointed. I get 100s and my dad tells me no matter what I do, he still loves me. He doesn't even praise me for the 100. He says I'm perfect regardless of my grades. It's crazy.
Okay, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
It's the Korean ajumma observations. Korean ajumas are the best at Versailles literature.
Really?
They're so good. It's so annoying. I think there's one TikToker who is literally her whole TikTok account is Versailles literature by Koreans. And it's a bunch of Korean moms going, oh, it's just, I hate that my daughter is doing so well, spending so much money that she bought me this $1 bag. And I told her I don't even care about designers like this. Yeah, Koreans are something. I'm Korean, by the way. Don't hate me. Okay. Now, she says, suddenly I realized that my anxiety is not like others. It's not about being stuck in a state-owned enterprise, but about how no matter how hard I try, I can't live up to the excellence my parents expect of me. I'm just a descendant living off the foundation that they built. Even though I bought a house in Beijing, I am overshadowed by towering mountains. I find my classmates enviable instead. She said, more money, more problems. I find you enviable.
She basically what she's saying, like, imagine she's bragging about she bought a house in, let's say, Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Which is like millions on millions of dollars. But at the same time, she bragged about the parents are fucking billionaires, for example. Like, my parents are so successful. I would never surpass what they have achieved, even though I've already achieved so much.
So I'd rather have regular people problems, like how to pay bills.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to slap this girl across the face. She says, congratulations to them for surpassing those who came before them. Also now dissing their parents. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time liking this woman. China's work schedule also, just to give you an idea. There's something called a 996. You work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, and that is pretty normal.
Yeah.
That's like the standard in China. And people have been talking about it. It's a whole thing. So she posts on Weibo, China's Twitter, writing, she's like, this is her first day at the job. And she writes, from now on, I'm the person that gets off at 4:30 p.m. Which is considered unheard of in China. It's considered kind of crazy, okay?
Especially when you're starting off.
She like just graduated.
Yeah, you're an intern, you're a new employee. You usually work the longest hours, and then you'll gradually work your way up.
So it's like an annoying flex, you know? Mm-hmm. And then the next day, her second day at her new job, the oil company, oil sister, she does another little Weibo post. It's like the Twitter of China. My boss said, hey, today we have an extra meeting. If you have time, please join us. The meeting will last until 5:30 p.m. I say, got it. Okay, sounds good. But internally, I was thinking, 5:30? Is that overtime? Which in America, valid question. Is it overtime? Question mark. We should find out. In China, it's just pissing people off. They're like, okay, we work 996. Shut the fuck up. I don't care if it's overtime. I don't care. Okay, we don't care. Nobody has the luxury of asking those questions, so it just comes off like, read the room, buddy. We're dying over here. But it's not even just that. She goes on, okay, this is the pink dress girl that they find her social media post, and they're just trying to figure out who this woman is, and she will post pictures of gold jewelry. And she writes, last week I got no heat-treated emeralds, which are very expensive. This week I got large rose flowers in gold. And finally, I have a whole jewelry collection. Okay? Another one, she posts a picture of her jewelry box with the caption, I didn't think my jewelry box would be packed so quickly. Now it's time to buy a safe so they can all have a new home. Okay. I just feel like you're asking to get robbed. She also posts pictures of her apartment, but the caption will read, tidied up for the past few weeks, finally feel at home. But the main point being, she is taking pictures of this nice ass condo in Beijing. Again, that's like having your own apartment in New York City. She just graduated college. That's crazy. And then she takes it even steps further. She'll post screenshots of her Taobao. It's like think Neiman Marcus online shopping store. Think of it like that, right? Where each yuan that you spend gets you 1 point. She says, 2 years. Can't believe I already have 1 million points. Which is so easy to do the math, and you find out that she spent $331,000 in 2 years.
Wait, if
USD.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Wow.
$331,000 in 2 years. In China, there's another trend on May 20th. It's like Valentine's Day, so you show off your romance. And I don't know why people do this, okay? She takes a screenshot of how much money she spent and then posts it online. I truly don't understand the psychology behind doing this, because anytime I look at how much money I spent, I'm like, I don't even want to look at it because now I'm stressed. But they want you to look at it too, okay? And she says, it's Valentine's Day. I don't have romance to show off, but the first 5 months of the year, I spent $55,000 USD.
What?
What does that have anything to do with Valentine's Day, girly pop? I'm so confused. You got to share that with your accountant and figure out why you're spending so much money. She even comments on her own screenshot of how much money she spent. And she comments, being in a relationship is not always happy, but spending about $12,000 a month is pretty satisfying.
Huh? What?
This is when she's not even working at the oil company yet. She's just a college student. So people are like, okay, this is how old she is. She said that she started working at this day. She gets off at 4:30 starting this day. But then this is before then. She's in college. So everybody online are now confused. Netizens are like, who are you? Do you have a sugar daddy? Is your real daddy just rich? Maybe her family is loaded. So all we know so far is that she's graduated, she's working at the oil company, and she's dating the CEO of the oil company.
And the CEO has a wife.
Yes, that also works at the oil company.
So all three of them from the same company.
Yes, and these are like netizens uncovering in real time, like the same day. Oh yeah, Chinese netizens are quick. They're like the FBI. Well, I guess they're not the FBI. They're something else. But at first, the story comes out that Grace was from a wealthy family, that her dad is richer than Who Daddy. So technically, she's not with Who Daddy, her boss, for money because she has more money than him. But I think it wasn't adding up to other netizens, because I think depending on how invested in this story you are, you're going to have different perceptions of the story. So most netizens dropped off there. They're like, oh, okay, like rich girl dating CEO, rich guy, whatever, let them, whatever. They just left. But some netizens dug even deeper, and so did our Chinese researchers, and they thought that doesn't even make any sense. Because when you look at her Weibo post history and all of these other things, her social media accounts, her lifestyle changes drastically her last year of college, like her last year and a half of college. Everything before then, she doesn't have a condo, she's not spending a ton of money, she's not going on these luxury trips to these different countries, she's not internationally traveling. And the way she posts now, she seems like the type that would have been posting that years ago too. She also seems like the type that would be posting her baby pictures in a Rolls Royce. Like if her family is wealthy, wealthier than Who Daddy, it seems like she would be posting all about it. But she doesn't. It just seems like suddenly her life became this luxurious lifestyle. Netizens do that extra digging. They find her parents. They are not rich. And then some former classmates come forward to say, not only is she not rich, but she scammed me. Yeah. So she was doing personal shopping back in the day in college to make some money. She'd be like, hey, I know somebody at Dior. You give me money to buy some Dior makeup and I'll give you the Dior makeup. It's a whole thing. But she would skim money off the top or she would just not give them the makeup. So it was a whole thing. And so the classmate is posting online about, hello, you seem to be doing well now. I saw that TikTok of you in your freaking Lady Dior bag. So can I have my money back? They also find her whole ascension up the corporate ladder to be fascinating. She graduates college. It's a good college. She graduates, joins this oil company, which is already people thought was fascinating, that she's able to get this job at the company, considering she's not potentially the highest qualified in the candidate pool. It's quite competitive, but it's fine. Then she gets promoted within the year. She wins Employee of the Year within the first year of working there. On top of that, the CEO of the oil company is bringing her along to all these important meetings. There's pictures of them in these important oil drilling meetings. They're like, how do we use more natural resources? That's what they're doing. And everyone is like, you know what though? Maybe she's a genius. Maybe her parents aren't rich, but maybe she's like so up there intellectually that the CEO is like, just gotta have you around. You just be solving all the problems that people have been trying to solve for the past 20 years, but you, with your big boobies, you solve them so quickly. Okay, maybe. We're not judging anybody. She's solving the natural resource problem. She's clean energy girly. Giving all the tips and tricks. Age is nothing. Experience means nothing. But the netizens dig up why she got promoted. Because, you know, when some netizens were saying, oh, this is suspicious, I will say I was one of those girlies that would have been on her side. I would have been like, oh, I'm so sorry. It's so mind-boggling for you that a woman rises up to the ranks and we have ideas up here. Netizens find out why she was promoted and got Employee of the Year. And the company said it's because she organized COVID testing for company employees 21 times in a year. So basically what that means is her manager told her, hey, the employees need to get COVID tested. And she said, okay, I will set up the break room. And when they come in for work, I will have a sign at the entrance that says, comes to the break room for COVID testing. And now I'm like, check them off on a checklist to see who did it. Which is a good job, okay? That's an invaluable thing to do for the company. That's hard work. However, you know, it's an oil company. I'm sure there is someone out there digging in the trenches that deserves Employee of the Year. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like actually piping for the oil. I don't know. So then the suspicion becomes that she already knew who daddy before working there. It seems like all the luxury stuff, the jewelry, the condo from Beijing are all gifts from the guy. And turns out he came to Chengdu, that area, for a business-related trip, and he brought his mistress, oil sister, again, an employee of the company. But then eventually, once all of this comes out, all of a sudden, mainstream media news outlets say, actually, she's not a mistress. Technically, he's not cheating because he divorced his wife 2 years ago. And nobody's made it public.
Really?
Yeah. Now, people have their suspicions about this. Because if he was a regular schmegular Joe, people would believe the mainstream media. But he's a government worker. And if you know anything about the Chinese government, they actually do care about your personal life. Yeah, they do. Okay? So like the fact that a government worker is cheating on his wife is not a good look. So there is an incentive to be like, actually, he's not cheating on his wife, right? So now people are like, do I believe you? I don't know if I believe you. It's a little weird. It's a little strange. But regardless, he gets fired from his position as CEO. And
like
she
right
gets
away?
fired within half a day.
Within half a day.
And this is why people don't think that he was divorced, because the company actually makes a statement and says that Who Daddy had violated personal conduct rules by engaging in improper behavior with Grace during his marriage. He also violated integrity rules by altering his official itinerary for personal travel. Although no evidence of disciplinary or legal violations was found due to their blatant disregard for rules and regulations, as well as their misconduct, which caused negative impact, the company's party committee decided to expel Who Daddy from the party and dismiss him from his public office. So it's like, is he married or is he not married? When this was all happening, nobody really knows. A lot of reporters have even come out to say, I have doubts that he was divorced. I think he was married.
Yeah.
All of this is going down within not even 24 hours. Who Daddy reaches out to the photographer that posts this video and is like, can you take that video down? Because you're violating my right to portrait and publicity, like my portrait rights. The photographer disagrees because he's like, no, first of all, neither of you guys covered your face at all throughout the video. If you really didn't want your picture taken, you would at least make an attempt to cover your face. Then I would not have posted it. You never told me that you didn't want to be photographed. And in fact, you knew that you were being filmed. And in the video, you can even see Grace smiling and waving at the camera.
That is crazy.
And he's saying there were rows of photographers standing out there because that's what this whole area is about, waiting to take pictures. So it's not like someone is discreetly on their phone recording you in secret. But out of respect for them, the photographer says, I will delete the video. But it's too late. It's been reposted 5 quadrillion times. Body language experts have even reacted to the video, stating that it almost feels like Grace liked the video.
Yeah.
Yes, so they're saying, okay, even more sinister netizens think that Grace set it up to hard launch their relationship because Who Daddy clearly does not, he's too old to follow social media is the vibe. Like he wouldn't know that this is street photography central area. She goes there.
That makes sense.
Yes, because when Who Daddy realizes that there's photographers, a lot of photographers in the area said that they saw this. He drops Grace's hand and starts walking forward.
Yes.
And acts like he doesn't really know her, right? Which, again, but then he drops her hand. Grace walks up and grabs it, doing a 10-finger grip. And many lip readers have said that it sounds like he's saying, someone is taking pictures, let's go quickly. But allegedly, Grace mouths back, I'm not even scared. What are you afraid of? Not only that, she waves at the cameras and smiles.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Would it even be possible that she plotted to come to this area?
Could be.
Because like Taguli is like not like it's like the most famous
road
TikTok spot.
Yeah.
So to go there, you know what's gonna happen.
Like it's like going to Washington Square Park in New York and not expecting someone to go, how much do you pay for rent in New York City?
Yeah. Kind of like that, I guess. So
Yeah.
she for sure knows what's going on, right? And he probably doesn't.
Some netizens think that that they were not divorced and this was her way of getting him to divorce his wife.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Some netizens think, I don't know. We don't know. We could be villainizing the mistress for no reason. Alleged mistress, right? Maybe she's just a kind person who had no clue and she just wanted to smile at the cameras. I don't know. I don't know. The plot twist is everyone, that dress that she's wearing, a commotion for the dress, please. The dress and the small business that sells the dress on Taobao becomes the #1 bestseller on the whole website. Netizens have dubbed that dress the resignation dress because he's ready to resign from his position as CEO just because you're wearing that dress. Some people call it the mistress dress. Other people call it the resignation dress. So on Taobao, the store selling this original design, the monthly sales surged from just a couple pieces a month to over 4,000 pieces overnight of that unit. They also even found Grace's review of the dress from 2021. So this goes viral in 2023, right? 2 years ago, she bought it and took a mirror selfie and wrote, super cute, buy it, sisters. Netizens commented, it's the resignation dress. As soon as I saw the news, I noticed the dress. The seller is going to get rich. One netizen pointed out, it should be called the mistress dress. So then who's going to buy it? But another netizen responded, what? So if a guy who cheats is wearing glasses, should we all stop wearing glasses? I'm going to buy the dress.
Everyone just loved the dress.
They loved the dress. In less than half a day, over 2,000 of those dresses were sold in less than half a day. Even knockoffs start taking off on Taobao. The name of the dress, they don't even title it. Like pink strapless dress, right? It's Grace on Taiguli street dress.
all the keywords.
Yes. Okay. The first live stream the shop did, the one that actually makes the dress, after the TikTok goes viral, the small business got over $600,000 in sales from a live stream, one live stream.
Whoa.
Yeah. People even started using the design of the dress because it's got this pink floral pattern and overlaying it on the PetroChina logo for the oil company that they all work for.
Oh.
The craziest part in all of this is that some shadowy hand, though, is doing damage control for Who Daddy.
What does
Because
that mean?
all the mainstream media articles all of a sudden start reporting that everything was faked, that these two were on a work-related trip. First of all, it's like, wearing that dress? That's crazy. That's crazy. I am an open-minded, free-minded American, but I don't know if I'd be wearing that dress around my boss. I'd be like, ew, you're old. I'm going to be wearing sweatpants.
Yeah, and they're locking hands.
Yeah. No, but then they're saying the photographers begged them just to hold hands for the video. And so they just were indulging the photographers.
Are we dumb?
The netizens said, I may have glowing skin, but I wasn't born yesterday, bitch. Okay, because that's fucking crazy. So 8 months after the scandal, Grace tries her hand at live streaming. We don't know if she ends up with the guy, but in the live stream, Grace looks beautiful. But she's definitely something, okay? People are asking, is that really you? Is that really you? Are you the same person that was in that video? And she said, of course it's me. Why wouldn't it be? So it doesn't seem like her mental state has been affected at all by any of this, which I'm not saying I wish it was, but I'm just saying a lot has happened. We don't know if you were a mistress or not. And if you were, you should do some self-reflecting. But people were asking, what's the point in all this live streaming? You got some thick skin. This is crazy. And she did not care. So she's live streaming for weeks and weeks. And there was conversation about how, okay, also people dug up her old pre-surgery photos. Those were going viral. Of course it was. And then she openly talked about it in her live streams. She was like, yeah, I can teach you how to look like me. Yeah, I'll teach you my fitness routine. And so she did 11 live streams. There was news that she was going to sign with a company and start live stream selling stuff. But netizens did not like that. But more importantly, like China did not like that.
Oh, because she's a mistress, right?
Yes, and he's a government worker. And it's like the vibe is she's spending so much money. She brags about spending money. It's giving corruption. It's giving government officials are corrupt. There's bribery. There's all this weird stuff. And so they shut her down.
Wow.
Mid-live stream. Account cannot be found. Yeah. I think she still has like a Weibo and some other ones that she does not live stream and she just posts about her daily day. But they don't get much traction. She does some videos where she shows off her very well-trained gluteus muscles, but that's about it. And now that street that they were pictured in, they don't allow public filming.
Oh, really? Taiguli?
Yes, this actually pissed off a lot of people.
Is that why like the TikTok viral Chinese streetwear TikTok stopped? Because that was so popular back in the days.
Yes, and it was so good, right? And they stopped.
Because of them?
Yes, because no public filming. I'm sure other places, I think you can do like Shanghai and other roads and streets and stuff. The whole industry has been thrown off by it because, okay, I do imagine that there are people who find it a nuisance to just go out and do some shopping and then there's like a row of photographers, right? It's annoying. And I think that those group of people exist and I think their opinion is very important as well. However, a lot of people were arguing that this area is typically only, lots of young people go there to Taiguli. And lots of young people know that if you go there, you're going to get photographed and it's street photography and the business, like the whole ecosystem. So influencers can get exposure. Photographers get exposure. The whole row of businesses, the local area gets exposure. People will travel from other cities and it boosts the local economy. And it's like a whole ecosystem. And now they can't do it anymore. Because of this, and likely because he was a government worker. I think that if he was just like a regular schmegular Joe, like just some random rich dude, I don't think it would have had such consequences in the real world. Yeah, so to this day, nobody really knows if he was married or not at the time of that filming. And a lot of netizens, this is not me, okay? A lot of netizens say, moral of the story, you can question who daddy's morals, but you cannot question his taste. And I find that to be a little offensive. Okay? And that's it. Yeah. That's the Chinese netizen comment everywhere I keep seeing. The researcher was like, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Everyone says you can question his morals, but you can't question his taste or her taste because that resignation dress, on fire. I actually ordered one myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Imagine. So really, the only winner in all of this is the dress shop. That's it. That dress is a winner, and that's it. What are your thoughts on this case? Leave it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.